That's right, it's Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen, and that means only one thing. It's time for our G-Damn Pod, where we get to talk about whatever we G-Damn want. With your host, Jamie Nadrox, Magic Mike Winokur, Big Thing Dustin, Sean Draven Davidson, and the dead homie Blaze.
What up, y'all, and welcome back to another exciting episode of our G-Damn Pod. Episode number 19.
19?
Yeah, hell yeah. We back again. It's Wednesday. It's 2 o'clock. It is New Year's Eve edition. That's crazy.
The eve before the eve?
Yeah, I should have known better. My camera. Sean Bastard. All right, so here we go.
Come on.
We're down a guy today, as you can tell. We don't have Captain Pumpkins.
Dustin's hanging out with Gam Gam.
Yeah, exactly. And I thought that was really nice of him. So I said, you know what? Just make sure you don't smoke weed on the job. Don't be dropping Gam Gams, fine, precious Ming vases and such. How you guys doing? How you doing, Blaze?
Good.
Good.
How y'all doing, man? Crazy out here weather-wise, though.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, man. It's like 70 and sunny out here. It's fucking nuts.
Yeah,
Must
see,
be
that's
nice.
Lovely out there. God damn it!
Yep.
No, I got
So we're
like
not even gonna.
36 around here, and it is 36. Though.
Blaze is shoveling the porch. Sean is wearing shorts. We're just gonna skip over Sean. We're gonna go. Mike, how is your weather?
Attack of the Ninjas! Yeah, it is a balmy 38 degrees in lovely Detroit, Michigan. As I look out my window to see nothing but gray skies. No, man, it's a day. I'm just hyped for Attack, man.
A mysterious ninja started forming in a cloud.
Look at that! Look at all this shit. We just did some cool stuff. We hooked up attackoftheninjas.com because I couldn't remember the goddamn link to save my life.
Okay.
So you can go to attackoftheninjas.com right now. You can check out all the bundles for tonight's show. The video on demand will last all weekend long. And I'm wearing the hoodie. I love this fucking hoodie. It is fully sublimated, and it's keeping me toasty warm as it's a little chilly in here today.
So that is the hoodie. You're showing us right now the actual product itself.
Yes, sir. And it is comfy, and it is big, and it is roomy, and I love the material. And so I'm excited for this and the hockey jersey because it looks a lot like that LA Kings logo that me and Eric may have stolen. But no, man, it's cool. I'm really excited because I know that you guys got some cool stuff planned. I know that Blaze, he's got a good set. I know there's some new music from Cadaver during his set, so I'm hyped for that. I know you and Paul do a couple of new songs.
We have our set list arranged. Tonight is going to be a big night for us as we perform. It's unfortunate that Draven couldn't be there with us. God damn it. You know what though? He's there in spirit. We love you, bro. But no, we got it. It's an epic show. It's an epic show of massive proportions. It's going down tonight. You guys said that. I talked to George earlier today, and he was explaining to me that we put a ticket link somewhere. Is that what you were just saying? More accessible, I think, like in the links in the bios, or to share it, because there was a bit of confusion of how to actually get how to get to live from and get your PPV or whatever you want to call it. What do we call it? Stream.
Yeah. It is a stream. It's a pay-per-view, whatever you want to call it. But so because I was like, I gotta go. I want to check out something on the store, and so I typed in like live from /events/ I got lost after the second slash, and I'm like, let's just make it attackoftheninjas.com. And in addition to what you guys have planned for tonight, I mean, everybody who orders a ticket, any of the bundles, if you get to see the show tonight, you're immediately entered into a drawing where we're going to give away all of the Attack of the Ninjas banners.
That's fresh.
So It's like all again, it's not expensive. It's $17. You get to see, almost 10 performances. Everyone from Welcome to the Underground and MNE.
For sure.
And then we're giving away all the banners just if you bought a ticket. So again, I do think we're trying to make it as awesome and really end the year on a high note. Because it's been a fucked up
really
year.
and truthfully, yeah, hell yeah, man. That's a great way to end the year. By also giving back to, because it's kind of cool because it's also a historical piece, so to speak. Like the banners that'll be in tonight's show are going to be, this is an event that's coupling two events for us. New Year's Evil and Attack. You know what I mean? At the same time, making this a historical venture tonight, you know what I mean? That the combining of the two forces, the just making it, yes, the hemispheres, and like no matter what the shitty world, shitty hand that whatever kind of pandemic had played or would have had us fuck up, we still came with something fresh and available tonight for everybody to check out, man. I'm excited.
And if you can't see it tonight, the video on demand, or essentially the replay, is through the whole weekend. So it's not like the last one was only, I want to say 42 hours or 48 hours or 72 hours.
Right.
Like this one will go all weekend long. So you can watch it tomorrow night on New Year's Eve, or
super
fucking
important.
Saturday on New Year's Day, or
right. Especially if you split the $17 or whatever it fucking is to with your homie, you know what I mean? And they can't make it there until the next day. So you secretly watch it yourself, and you watch it again and be surprised with them when they get there. But you get it all weekend long, and I think that's cool, as opposed to it just being like, poof, it's gone. Because there's a few things like that I had ordered. And, I want to say without product names and shit, but like, literally when the feed was done and ended, it was over. It was played very close to what I would like to like a movie theater. Like they're not gonna hold it up, fucking Halloween H2O, whatever the fuck the movie is. It starts at 8:00 and it's done at 9:15. There's no, well, you're late, we'll move it to 8:30. Like, no, it started at 8:00 and it ended. So it's nice to have that constant back-to-back replay. That's cool. I love that shit. I think that's killer. So whoever made that happen, thank you to our team for that. Whoever made that happen, that's very fucking cool.
That was George. George is always conscientious of making sure everybody gets to see everything.
For that. That's smart on his behalf, dude. Seriously. And I think that it's a great event too. I think it's going to be it's a great event too, because there's a lot of, again, I keep saying historical performances. A lot of brand new first time performances. We got like Gibby Sights and all the horror and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like bands and artists that have been with but not official and stuff like that. And I think it's pretty cool to be able to see those as well.
Absolutely. And then on top of that, today at noon, we dropped the digital or virtual merch booth. So on top of the Attack of the Ninjas stuff, we got new other Attack of the Ninja stuff open right now at mnestore.com.
Damn.
So just like a real concert, you can go to mnestore.com right now and get your merchandise before the show. Granted, you can't wear it tonight, but we are shipping all day today, and there's a ton of new stuff.
Now let me ask you: Is this shit that's going to be just available for today or tonight or for the weekend, or what? What's the time limit on this? Like, is it hit and quit? It's gone.
So the Attack of the Ninja stuff, the coach's jacket is. Yeah. The coach's jacket is limited and will only be available during Attack of the Ninjas. Once that's gone, once Attack is over, you can't get the jacket anymore. So we did put up an exclusive item. There's a Dave Santia 3x5 paintings. Are we still there? Yeah.
No, go ahead. I'm tapping back in. Go.
Oh, yeah. There's a Dave Santia painting that's limited to 50 paintings in the world. So when those are gone, they're gone. Some of the other stuff, we just dropped the MNE, like our new era. Like we circumvented new era, and we have our own new era. So we have fully fitted fully fitted MNE Raiders hats. Blaze has a Raiders hat pin. Zool has a jersey. MNE has a long sleeve. And Attack of the Ninjas has a jersey. And then there's masks and shirts and the whole nine. So
I love it. I think it's great. So the point, again, the point that I want to focus on, just in case it was because there's a lot of shit to cover. I just want to make sure. So this is a weekend only. This is just tonight. What is this?
This is, some of the items are exclusive and some of the items are long term. So again, you've got some stuff like the Twiztid retro bat jersey hoodie. We keep selling out of them so quickly, we restocked, but we don't anticipate them lasting long. We've got the Attack of the Ninjas, snapback hat. We've got a Twiztid embroidered jersey. So again, it's kind of like, don't sleep on it if you're on the fence, because you don't know if it'll last.
Fair enough. And that's, I want to be clear about that so that there's no confusion. I'm having mad technical difficulties over here. I hate you, Sean.
Then flip it the other way.
Whatever, dude. Flip it. But that's awesome. No, I'm glad to know that there was that kind of care and concern put into it, to the point where you guys actually have a virtual pop-up booth and shit like that. That's so cool. To anyone who's missing the ideal and the concepts of concerts and going to a show, that's the coolest shit ever. I don't know about you, but me, a lot of the times I'm the kind of guy who's like, I go there, I got to get my tea or some piece of merchandise or something, my souvenirs. So it's like, that's fucking awesome that it's not just the regular stuff on the store, that you have like special themed merchandise. So check that out, available. There'll be links to this as well for people to see. MNEstore.com.
MNEstore.com.
I think it's cool. I've been seeing a lot of comments from people in the UK and the Netherlands and shit. So it's pretty cool. They can all see the whole label. We don't get overseas a lot. A lot of the artists don't get overseas a lot. So all the UK, everyone around the world getting to see Attack of the Ninjas, I think that's pretty dope.
Yeah, I agree.
Enjoy, world. Enjoy.
Hell yeah.
I absolutely agree with all of those statements, and it's true, and it's unfortunate, but even the pandemic and everything just literally put even a further barrier between us and there. So it's like this kind of shit is like literally opening up all the doors and letting us roll through to everyone. So like, yeah, man, come one, come all, fucking check the shit out, man. It's gonna be an awesome fucking show. Okay, fuck. Oh, you wanna pop into a topic and we'll come back? I don't want to.
All right, so here's my only topic, Jamie Madrox, is that all of our CAS graded toys are completed.
Wow.
What is your item you are most looking forward to getting back?
Of what I personally submitted?
Yes, sir. And then because obviously Draven and Chris did not submit toys, I'm going to ask you guys realistically, what's your ultimate holy grail toy that if you could have encapsulated forever, it would just go on your shelf and you'd be a happy child?
Okay. You're up, Jim.
So
go ahead. What do you want to go ahead? I'm trying to think of what I submitted and what I think it's going to be.
All right, Draven, what's your ideal? What's your number one holy grail toy?
Well, it's kind of changed recently because I don't know. Can we talk about the toys that you sent me? Is that a thing yet, or is that still?
Ooh, no, that's not a thing yet.
That's not. Yeah. I was sitting there. I was like,
well,
that's not a thing yet.
Honestly, some of my favorite toys when I was younger, the old school original Ninja Turtles set.
Fair enough.
There was some contest through a cereal box, I think, back in the day, and I won, but they were out of Donatello or whatever, so they sent me Casey Jones or something.
Whoa.
And I was like, I like Casey Jones better. Casey Jones is the man.
Wow.
So, but I remember having that original set. They were the hard plastic, the arms kind of moved a little bit, but that was it.
Oh my God! If you had any kind of documentation of that story, like the letter from them and saying things except this, I swear to you that shit would be worth thousands.
I know. I wish I
just watched an episode. This is nothing. This is completely derailing from where we are. But I just watched an episode of something the other day, and the Star Wars, the early bird. Chris, remember the early bird set when Kenner didn't have the toys, but they sold the kids a pamphlet and told them to keep it, and they would send them the figures later. This fucking unused, unredeemed pamphlet sold for like, oh my God, dude, it was like double-digit thousands. It was fucking ridiculous, man. It was just like it's like graded. All of that shit is historical, man. That's why I'm on my historical kick, because they just don't make shit the way they used to, and sometimes history's happening every day. We just don't pay attention until it's past.
And the show on Netflix, The Toys That Made Us. Have you guys ever seen that series?
Oh yeah,
I love that series. Like, just knowing all these just drunk ad execs were just naming Transformers and just like pitching, like pulling shit out of their ass. Like, yeah, we got a cartoon for He-Man. Fuck, we got to make a cartoon. Like,
who was the guy who decided to name the Snow Dude Snow Job? Like real shit. Like real shit. Again, that's where I
Snow Job.
There's correlation between you saying the drug ad execs and then toys like that. And you're just like, really? Somebody was just like, how far can we really push this before we get somebody pissed?
We got
like,
Snow Job and Fisto. Let's get him out there.
He's right though. He's so very right. Okay. Now thinking, Mike, I'm most excited, I think, for the return of the Venom, the talking Venom figure from like the 90s. Okay. I submitted that. I found it at a show. I bought it from a dealer that we know we're really cool with. And he's always got a fun mix of vintage and fun shit. So I put it on the table and I picked it up, and then it was like, oh, we're going to submit some shit. And I grabbed it out of obscurity. I'm like, I have to see this graded. I want to see what they do, because I have AFA stuff, and just I wanted to see the CAS process. I know a lot of it's similar, but I know it's different in the regard of they grade on a percentile rather than a point system or whatever. Like, you know, so it's interesting. I want to compare the two. I want to do an unboxing. G damn it, that's what I want to do. All right, Chris, what would you if you were to take either one of the toys you have or one of the toys you would want and get it graded? What would it be?
I mean, I don't know. I think like he was talking ultimate holy grail type toys. It's tough because
it could be anything, quite honestly.
There's a few different ones I like. I mean, you know me, it's like there's a couple of different figures from G.I. Joe I would probably pick. Like maybe Storm Shadow or something like that. But I think somebody more importantly would be like Soundwave from like the original, because he was one of my all-time favorite characters, I think, growing up from Transformers. And
like when they were still made out of metal before they went plastic?
Yeah, see, I don't think I ever owned the actual ones. That's why.
Not all of them were metal, heavy plastic.
I've had the recreation ones or whatever they make them now.
Yeah.
So I have a new version of it, but I've never had the original, I don't think, with the actual.
There's one, you sent me a picture the other day of I can't think of what the hell it was. You sent me a picture of the Batman Who Laughs, I think it was, in a Walmart or something like that. And I looked, and I was looking in, I want to say Target the other day, and I seen they have like fully transformed, but it was like it's Soundwave, and he's like hitting the eject button, and I mean he looked badass. And
I got him.
Like inside
I got him. That's what I'm saying. I have him.
Oh, you do have him.
I have him set up and everything, but I don't. I was gonna get Sound Blaster now because obviously you got Soundwave, might as well have Blaster. But I didn't get him either. And they released those too, but they're they're recreations. They're not the original ones. That's what I'm saying.
For sure. But in some regards, I'm starting to find out either that, or I'm starting to understand, or it's an opinion-based thing. But I'm thinking that it's like if people get those and they're still coveted, as far as like there's He-Man guys. There's a new wave of He-Man that came out that are just as expensive in some cases as original pieces. You're like, holy fuck, dude! Like Skeletor in the new issue is like $250. Like, what the fuck? Where did that happen? Because there's been so many renditions and recreations as we go to the right. it's interesting to see what slabbed and what grades and what population count, like how many people in the world have that piece and that grade. You start getting into that kind of analytics, and these people are off the charts, man. You just described a good portion of the YouTube content I consume on a daily basis, coming from a person who doesn't math very well.
So, question.
Quite a watch.
So, since I'm not a collector, what does graded mean? Like, what is that doing? Is it why you get it graded? What is that? What does it do for you?
Do you want to go, Mike? Tell it, Mike. Tell it. Mike's there.
Mikey.
He's muted.
Oh, he's muted. Okay, that's fine. I'll get it rolling. Graded is when you can have a case of toys, and if the graders cut the toys open, they'll deem them all uncirculated, which means they've never touched the pegs in the stores. It's part of like collectors. Collectors want everything to be mint, near mint. Right. Nobody wants a piece of shit, especially if you're investing your money into it as an investment, I guess, obviously, and a part of your portfolio, some people like to call it, things you acquire, assets and stuff like that. So it's nicer to have it in a grade, because as people don't like to say this aloud because they don't like to be, but as people, there's a lot of shitty people out there in the world.
Yep.
And the reproductions and repros and pushed off fakes and fuckery that happens on a daily basis, it's nice to have like a third party grader who's not you or me, the buyer or the seller, a guy like this guy over here who don't give a fuck about either one of us, say, this is near mint. Out of 1 to 10, I call it a 5. And then I'm like, motherfucker, you said it was a 10. You said it was mint. It's a 5. I changed my mind. Now I want to give you X. You know what I mean? So it's like it's a working tool to be able to. It's a service. That's the best way to describe it. It's a service.
So it's like a third-party evaluation.
They do it with everything, though. It's not just toys. It's comics. It's cards. It's fucking coins. You got a fucking a grandpa or an uncle who collects coins. Chances are they got notes and coins graded, and man, uncirculated coins are pure, or like all that shit's so important.
Yeah. It's like because something becomes worth value after you hold it for so long, especially if you keep it in a great condition. Even like fine wine, it ages.
Absolutely,
you're going to pay more for something that's older, that's been sitting longer, and that's kind of the same thing can be said for like toys or comics or cards or anything. Now, I think they're doing photos and shit, and maybe even autographs. They might be able to do, because you would think that some of these people have their autograph, like maybe even Babe Ruth. I know we've seen this before. We talked about it, but they do still put cards out with like a Babe Ruth special card. They didn't just go find that somewhere. It's like they had to somehow get that signature imprinted onto this new card,
right?
And it wasn't him signing it. You know what I mean?
And that's where you got to be careful.
But maybe you got to be careful. That's what I'm saying, and that's the problem. That's why you need this service to look at this.
Right?
Stuff
Yeah. Authentication, absolutely. No, the authentication it puts the buyer at ease. It puts the seller at ease, knowing that what you bought is all legit.
It gives the item like a provenance, right? Like you can say, "Oh, I got it from this, that, and the other." But having a wealth of knowledge in whatever industry it is, in this case toys, you can say, oh no, this Super Shredder toy is actually the Chef Boyardee giveaway, not the one that you bought at the store for $4 back in 1993.
We were both confused, but this person put us up on game. That's what it is. Defining, authenticating, and finalizing. Yeah, man.
And then it stays with that piece forever in the encapsulation, so that you can, essentially it'll retain value and grow in value until the end user who decides that they're never going to get rid of it. And that's typically Jamie Madrox.
Yeah, I fucking love that. No, that's so great. It's awesome to me because
I have been taken over.
Man. Only thing is Attack of the Ninjas. If you're not going to be there, you're kissing that.
Damn!
Right there, that's straight fanny.
Yeah. Back it up.
I'm busy in the studio, fucking rocking out, trying to get that. But I wanted to say hi, remind everybody, don't sleep on Attack of the Ninjas. Jamie, your Christmas gift is on your desk. It's in a bag. I don't want you to be surprised. But yeah, Merry Christmas, everybody.
Thank you. That makes me scared when there's a setup like that.
I did not know that was happening.
That was awesome. No, that was fucking awesome. Quite frankly, that was fucking amazing. Holy shit! You tell him I'll see him later. Okay. Oh wow. All right. Monoxide, ladies and gentlemen. It just what it does is it validates something. And what I was going to say before that, which was again awesome. Holy shit! But Chris, do you remember all of the things that we would see on the abundance? And in some senses, I would say we took for granted partially, because if we were just, oh man, these are completely undervalued or whatever. We didn't use the terminology undervalued. We used the terminology garbage. You know what I mean? Now some of that garbage, sir, is starting to get legs and is becoming, because it's like you said, you keep it the value, the time, and less people. Like, man, all of that shit. Math,
less
bro.
amount of people keep
Fucking
it,
math.
and that's what it is. You're holding it longer, and you got the less amount of piss yellow stains
For
on
sure.
your cards and plastics than somebody else. And then somehow your shit's selling for more. Your super power figures or whatever.
Right.
The coins.
Right. And
the coin.
it's insane. It's insane. And there's tiers to this shit because, like, if you price out at, the toys you like in unopened condition, that's another thing that's nice about CAS or AFA or any of them.
Now, right.
They'll they'll take them off the card, or if you have them loose, they'll say this guy's worth this, or they'll say incomplete or complete or whatever the hell it may be. So again, it helps the people, but it's a buying tool, man. It's a total service.
So
I want to post. Can you? Do you still have access? Can you put up that picture of that Joker thing?
Oh shit!
Did you get it? No. He said, "Oh shit." All right, look, check this thing out. This was one of my topics. I seen this thing and I thought it was pretty fresh. Okay.
Is that Legos?
It's building blocks. Building blocks. Batman series Joker bust. This thing is 1,478 pieces and suggested retail price of $40. It is a puzzle.
Oh.
Would you? Okay, first of all, do you like puzzles? I guess here I got a series of questions for each of you. We'll start with Sean and we'll go up. Do you like puzzles?
Yes.
Would you be into something like this?
Yes.
Okay, and if Joker's not your bag, what other, I guess, what do you call that? 3D puzzles? Well, what other 3D puzzles would you like to see?
I would go with the Wolverine, old school, where he still has the brownish, like brown and yellow Wolverine. You know what I mean?
I like that.
Wolverine. But I think like a Wolverine with the headpiece would be pretty dope.
That's dope as fuck. Okay.
Where do you even get started on that? Find the bottom piece. That's fucking impossible.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. I mean, it's like that's it to me. I feel overwhelmed just looking at it.
You start with the corners, Sean. You start with 3D. The corners.
Like if I find the top of his shoulder, that don't help.
He's fair. I mean, literally, you could piece them out in the parts. You can see which textured pieces are the hair and obviously the nose and the teeth. But even getting the teeth in the proper order, I'm sure a lot of them are the same pieces. That shit is amazing. Mike, do you do puzzles?
No, not the patience. I don't have the time.
Does anything like this do anything for you? Nothing at all.
Do you have the dimensions on it? Like, how deep is that?
I don't have any dimensions on it. I'm assuming we're talking about like what's a record inches? Like 12 inches tall, probably like a 12 by 5 or something like that, like a bust.
Enough to be something pieces. That's a lot of pieces.
That's a lot of fucking pieces. That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, it's got to be 12 inches tall. Like, it's got.
All right, so I'm gonna say no. I'm not into puzzles. No, okay. I'm not doing this puzzle. However, if there was a guy, if there was a puzzle master, if you will, and for $40 I buy the puzzle, and for another $60 he makes it, glues it to where it's never coming unpuzzled, I would say my go-to is going to be the Penguin because he resembles me the most.
Still, all right, fair enough.
Chris, what's your go-to puzzle here?
Oh, okay. I don't know. I'm not super into puzzles because ago when I was young, I had broken a leg or a ankle, and I had to sit home and was forced to do nothing but puzzles for months. So I don't really love them that much, but I will once in a great while. Legos are cool, but these are not Legos, correct?
No, I mean, no, it's marketed under building blocks. I'm assuming it's some, but it is blocks, so it's in the lake. That's what I was gonna say.
I think it's interesting, and you might catch me trying to put something like that together because that is a little different. It doesn't look like your traditional puzzle to me, so it's kind of cool. It's more like a model, if you will, or something like gluing.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, it's kind of like a Legos meets puzzle, building block. Like, there's got to be a goddamn map to it, like an instruction manual or something. There has to be, but it's just cool.
I'd say if we're going for like who I think would be cool to do that,
or what other ones do you think would be cool? Like, it doesn't even have to be a character.
Well, I just think, character-wise, I'm just gonna go there because everybody has, and I'm gonna say it's gonna be Deathstroke. And,
wow, that's dope.
I think you could do some cool shit with him, like even having some of his extra stuff, like protruding his swords coming out the back.
Fuck yeah,
and some guns and bullets and whatnot around. Might be dope as fuck.
See, I was gonna go. No, I don't like puzzles. I probably am not intelligent enough to put that thing together. So there's that. And the third one, Led Zeppelin. Like, can you imagine the big Led Zeppelin? Like, that'd be a cool fucking puzzle. I put that motherfucker together. It's like a translucent little base to make it hover. I don't know, but I like the idea that it's very 3D printer style. It's like a couple things mashed together. That's kind of why I like it. It's cool.
But to make good content, I would buy that for you, Jamie, if we could take a time-lapse video you trying to put it together. Yeah, do it.
Oh my
I will buy it for you if we can take you trying to do it out of the box.
You know what? You see halfway through, he just starts smashing it.
Throwing it everywhere.
Really. Oh my God. Probably not a conversation in full depth for right here, right now. But in the same vein, there was once upon a time when I was getting contacts, and the lady in the contact eye place was like, until you can put them in and take them out, you can't leave. Oh man. Oh, brother, it was on. I was like, look, fuck you. Oh man. So yeah, patience and courage. I would have this thing would never see anything up from that button, maybe to the neck of that tie, if you're lucky.
Jamie's like, that would be a time lapse of me getting drunker and drunker throughout the evening.
You better believe it, because that's the only thing that's going to keep my patience. I'm just like,
okay, I will.
And if you guys want to commentate it, oh look, he's putting the hair pieces
together. He's trying.
So I'll sweeten the deal. I'll buy it for you and get you a case of Bud Light Platinum. How about that?
Holy shit! Yeah, and a roll of paper towel to dap my forehead like it's that guy who eats food really fast. He gets all sweaty. You have to dap me off as I'm building it.
Got a monocle that goes over the top of your glasses. And I'm see down at it. Real big. You gotta know what you're doing. Yeah.
No, and he needs a headband. A headband with the connect,
bro.
That's sponge, yes, so I can see. Fuck yeah, this guy with the fucking sponge headband. Oh god. And you have to remember, you have to soak it in ice water so it'll stay cooler.
He's right.
To know people who will come over and chill with those. I love those people. God damn it.
But,
okay, what is this? Okay. Oh wow, it says half scale is head swivels and mouths open. Okay, for this thing here. I'm getting footnotes at the bottom. That's pretty entertaining.
That's cool.
Okay.
Dope.
That is cool. That's pretty fucking awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna keep it pushing, and I'm gonna drop a little news nugget, and then someone else can go to the to whatever.
Is your news nugget about Attack of the Ninjas tonight? Because that's happening.
It is, but I said that I was gonna hit some other things really quick, just that I want people to know about. That's why I'm reading my paper. Every Monday at 3 p.m. over at youtube.com/Gibby Stites, a new segment called 13 Rhymes. Gibby covered A Little Fucked Up. He smothered What's My Name Again, currently available right now. Go check him out. Give him a follow. More news on the 13th Wonder hype is coming. What does my note say? Mid-January. So mid-January. So don't act like we didn't say when it is. There is more abundance for you to soak up like a proverbial biscuit. Enjoy, familiarize, have fun. Okay, that was my news nugget. Who got to top it?
Oh shit! Well, New Year's coming. What's going on? What's everybody's resolution? I gotta get back into work shape. That's mine. I'm gonna get back into full-on work shape because I've been sitting here quarantining up. That's that quarantine cake mode.
He said
eating and getting bigger and bigger and not getting normal and getting ready to go back out on stage and smack some shit. So yeah, that's my resolution.
I hear that. Okay. That's interesting. That's a good one. No, that's any type of a physical change is always a good thing. It's very welcome. It can be therapeutic and it can be good though. It can be good for your core, for your soul.
Right.
I'm dead serious. All right. What I was gonna say, Mike is just.
Yeah. I don't believe in New Year's resolutions. I say
explain.
Because I don't see why you got to wait till a new year to stop being a piece of shit. Like, if you want, seriously, like,
why is it piece of shit? You're assuming that you're going from piece of shit to not piece of shit.
Because
I don't want
to
have any more coffee. I must be a piece of shit.
But what, your New Year's resolution is to get more coffee, or like what? Like
he said to intake more coffee to up his caffeine.
Call me a piece of shit.
I call you a piece of shit daily. Come on, you know that, and I love
it. I understand. Let's all recognize that Sean's terminology of piece of shit means that I'm helping you, Sean. I'm your legal counsel right now. It means that he is merely implicating that you felt you were not awesome. So he's saying you go from your piece of shit stage to your new evolved awesome that you aspire to be. Right?
No, I meant piece of shit. No, I meant
you're on your own, Your Honor.
Because everyone's a piece of shit. That's why you have a New Year's resolution, because you feel shitty about something, or you want to do something better, or you're shitty at something, whatever.
So many people are offended. Like, guys, you ain't calling me no shit.
Don't call me.
How dare you call me out?
Because I'm not going to be there tonight. I'm attacking like a ninja. Hey.
He said there's no attacking ninja. All right, fair enough.
Like I said, I do
understand
for bettering yourself. I am all for bettering yourself. Just do whatever you want. They say don't start a diet on a Monday. You know, New Year's resolutions don't hold. So when you are inspired, like, I'm feeling fat, then diet. I want to work out. Start working out. Do it then. When you get that notion
and
that motivation.
No, I like that though.
You know, you want to stop drinking coffee? Don't buy the coffee tomorrow.
For sure.
Don't wait till New Year's to stop buying the coffee.
But I trust that everybody does shit on their own pace, and that's really what it is. So if it does help you to fucking change and turn a leaf and do something new, to use that, then use that. You don't gotta sit there like I'm Michael Jordan with it. I'll take whatever you say and use it as fuel to fire to beat you, because that's what he does. He'll take the smallest slight, what he can do, and he'll use it against you to be the best player in the world to beat you every time. And that's exactly what it is. So everybody is motivated in different ways, Sean.
That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
Just know that.
Okay. All right.
I just want to double back.
Go ahead, Mike.
So because I want to have less caffeine intake, I'm a piece of... Oops.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Just saying.
You are merely coffee grind, sir.
Including himself.
Fuck me then.
He said that everybody
I'm going decaf.
I ate the shit.
I'll eat the shit. Decaf in 2021.
Fuck.
I have motivated you. There you go.
I think here's my now that they gave all of you 98 cents, here's my fee to bring you up to a full $1. I think that I kind of believe what Sean said. Not about the shitbag part, but totally about the you shouldn't have to wait for a catalyst to change you. You should just go with instinct. I also believe what Blaze said, that a lot of times the catalyst can be someone's negativity about you, someone turning you down, somebody, say, oh, whatever the case may be. You're too fat for the job. You're too skinny for the job. You don't have enough muscles. You're not, you don't feel comfortable in your own skin. then yeah, make the change for yourself. Always do it for yourself. You always have to be comfortable with you, because at the end of the day, it don't matter what anybody else thinks. You gonna wake up and go to bed looking at the motherfucker in the mirror. So fuck what everybody thinks. You have to be comfortable with yourself. So I agree with both of y'all. I also want to add that I think if you want to go ahead and be practical and get in between and actually do a resolution, make a resolution that you're going to set realistic goals for yourself. Stop acting like, because a lot of times when it comes into these things that people jump into, they're lifelong gigs. You don't just exercise, you don't lift weights for 2 months and then you're just cut for the rest of your life. I know fucking dudes that were like jacked and like they stopped and they just went back to looking like us. And it's like, if you don't keep that shit ripped, I mean, you know, obviously it's a progression, but essentially it can happen. And I know people that were skinny and are fat, and people who were fat and that are skinny. Like it's a progression of where you are in life, I think. But there's nothing wrong with changing yourself and making yourself comfortable so you can be who you need to be. So yeah, do that. But set realistic goals. Don't be like, I'm cutting out all coffee, chocolate, tea, and anything soda and candy out of my life starting now. And then it's like 2 minutes later, you're just like this fucking asshole person that can't function. Like, be realistic. Don't kill off everything, to do it in moderation. Maybe switch it up. I take one away, I give one back. You know, figure your fucking maze out.
And if you need, I just got certified as a life coach. My course is called "Don't Be a Piece of Shit." $95 a month.
You got me. I'm like,
yeah, I just got certified online. I'm also a minister now. I just did that while we were doing this. But anyway, send me some money. I'll tell you you're a piece of shit and make you stop being a piece of shit. It's a great course. Everybody's doing it.
He said, I got you. Everybody's doing it. Well, you know, I mean, I hear it. I get it. Sean,
I love when I stump Jamie. That's the highlight of my whole day, when I stump Jamie.
No, I'm just trying to word it. Sean's approach is a little more coarse and aggressive than regular.
Sean is gonna beat you down to lift you up.
There is no lifting up coming on this. Let me tell you, he is not lifting shit. He's beating you down, and he's going to beat you down. And if you don't get up, that's your own fault. You do not sit on the ground.
His mission statement is ripping off the Band-Aid time wouldn't heal.
Jesus Christ. Don't you drink that caffeine, you cocksucker.
Boom to the face. Like motherfucking Santa and Christmas Story. Boom to the face. Get up out of here, he said.
I keep it strong. I keep it strong.
Boot to the face.
That's right. Keep that hand
on. Oh, man. You got to come right in there and explain what it is. I love scratch-off tickets. You piece of shit. I've seen a lot of them, but there's you. Of all of the pieces of shit, you are definitely most of them. Like, what
you are one of them.
It's a.
Meetings will continue until morale improves.
It's a renovation project.
Right.
No, okay, but you get what we're saying. So it's like, be true to yourself, set up realistic shit. If you're into it, we're not hating. Make a resolution, try to stick to it. If you're not into it, we're not hating. Be realistic and do something that makes you happy. Maybe test yourself. One other little crazy little whatever. Back in the day, remember when we smoked cigarettes? We would try to control our intake. You know what I mean? Coming from people who would smoke like almost 2 packs a day. At one point, we had it figured out where we would just allot ourselves 3 cigarettes. 3 cigarettes a day, and mentally challenge. Remember that shit?
Yeah, you're fucking averaging out how much weed you're smoking in between at that time.
I'm saying,
hold on, but here's the question. Did that work for you guys?
Eventually, we ended up quitting.
Essentially, yes.
But yeah.
You're pieces of shit. That's bullshit.
Attacking the ninjas tonight, I don't care. But I quit a whole different way. We all quit eventually, and
for real.
Sometimes
that's awesome.
More time, and that's why I said, and nobody does.
No, absolutely.
Because it's, you know what I mean. And sometimes people don't do it because you are calling them a piece of shit.
You can,
Sean, you can't bully me.
You You can baby step it. If you can't stop eating the fast food, make the conscious decision to take off the buns, make up, like scrape off the sauce. It's like make an effort. Again, that's what I'm saying. Set up realistic goals that you can succeed and feel good about yourself to want to do more. Don't set yourself up.
This was a great New Year's resolution conversation. I'm ready to kill myself for the new year. Thanks, Sean.
Hate all of you right now.
Mission accomplished.
It's working.
No, Mike. Today's attack. We love you. After the night, we can see you tonight attacking the ninjas, baby.
For real, man. We got a show to do, player. You talking grim. All right.
Come on, player.
Holy shit. Okay. I have another bit of news. I'm gonna move along, and then if anybody else wants to kick another topic, and then we can round it out. But there is a new series called Toy Store Near You. Season 1 and 2 are available now on Amazon Prime Video. Season 2 features an episode focused on our very own toy fam, Todd and Amber from Kokomo Toys. I recorded some stuff for this shit, and it was exciting to see the shit come to life. Kokomo Toys is a small business with a big heart out of Kokomo, Indiana. Look them up, check them out. If you like toys and like collectible shits, they probably have what you want, and they ship everywhere in the world. So watch the show, visit the store, represent small businesses, and yeah, man, that's my news. That's what I have. So now anybody else who got a topic, kick it. Okay. That's what I wanted to say. I've been trying to give people new shit to watch because there's never nothing to watch.
I didn't know they had that. You said, where's that at?
Tape. Where is it at?
Where's it at on Amazon?
Oh, Amazon Prime Video.
Prime.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. That's where I watched it.
I didn't know they were on there. I love Kokomo Toys.
For real. No, absolutely. Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Yeah. We talked about it a while ago, and it's like they got approached by this place to it's like a docu-series, and they're talking to toy stores and how and pretty much how everyone has been affected by the pandemic, small businesses included, like everyone. And it's like and it does not fall far from independent toy stores and comic book stores and shit like that. So to be immersed in the collectible family and all that shit, and just our history with Todd and Amber. I mean, we go back, like we're all throughout the episode. It's fucking crap.
I've gotten a bunch of toys from there. Yeah, I remember when you turned me on to that place. It was
they talk about the book. It's the
I've
shit, dude. You have to see it. It's totally fresh.
Star Wars, the actual G.I. Joe, the battleship is the USS
Flag. USS Flag?
Yes, USS Flag was set up the first time we went in there. That place was so fucking cool. I've never seen
they got like 6 of them, dude. It's insane. It's fucking insane. Like
anything.
They actually love what they do.
You're looking for, Sean.
They might have them too, dog.
Where's my Ninja Turtles? Where's my Ninja Turtles at?
You need to hook up with them. Give them a call. But yeah. But it's a dope ass show about informing people of just other people who are affected by the pandemic, and it's not just you. And if you're into collectibles and shit like that, it's a really good watch. So check it out.
Interesting. Draven, did you say you had another topic?
Yes, I do. And
it my God, another Draven topic. Oh,
give him a break. We're cutting him some slack.
I will kick you out, Mike.
Coming with the crescendo topic. Here we are.
So I watched a new series on Netflix. It was called Sweet Home. It's a Korean series. So it has overdubs in it. And so I was wondering, do you guys like foreign content? Now with like Netflix and Prime, you can watch a lot of stuff you probably didn't have access to before. Like I watched Ragnarok, which is, Swedish, Netherlands type stuff. There's The Platform, which was in Spanish. There's Sweet Home, which is Korean. Like normally I don't really like subtitles, overdubs. I think the overdub, it can kind of take me out of it a bit if it's done badly. I just think overdubs of like old shitty kung fu movies. But Sweet Home was really good. It's kind of a mix of genres. There's like some pandemic that happens and everyone starts turning into monsters, not zombies, but different kinds of monsters based on like who you are inside. Some people are trapped in an apartment building and it follows some different arcs, but cool monsters. Some of the CGI was a little hit or miss, but pretty dope. So do you guys enjoy anything with subtitles, overdubs, or does it just not do it for you?
I'll go first, and I'm going to say I can't. Because of like watching so much shit, like for content purposes, like even here, if the mouth doesn't match the words, I get mad. Like it throws me off. So I don't think the overdub would work for me. And then I also find that like subtitles, I'm reading and I'm not taking in the visuals because I'm reading the whole time. So for me, unfortunately, it's a hard pass.
Okay. Chris?
It's tough because I think there is a level of movies that I have watched. Obviously, we all came up from them. A lot of these kung fu movies when we were younger, like a lot of the movies back then. You know what I mean? Were the same way. They were overdubbed, and none of their mouths matched up, and we just didn't care. We just like whatever. This is the fucking coolest shit ever. So I mean, overdub I thought was a lot easier to get along with, but I do read too, and I don't mind it as much. But it is tougher sometimes, depending on how fast everybody is speaking. But if the movie is cool enough and the story is entertaining enough, I will watch it, and I think it'll be pretty cool. So yeah, them are sweet because I've seen something else about some other movies, the same type of stuff, like from other countries, superhero flick even that I was just about to watch, and I thought about the same thing. Like I'm gonna have to check out all these subtitles and read it as it goes.
Give it a shot. Give it a shot.
I think that's when I have to try it out, see what it's about. What about you, Madrox?
Yeah, I'm reading Ghetto Vikings said it's amazing. Sweet Home is amazing. I think I take it back to the days to like the pre-days when a few of our people would give us bootlegs of movies, and it would be the straight up movie, but it would have subtitles in another language. You know what I mean? So it's like it was used for promotion. So I remember there were times when Chris and I would take a roll of duct tape and just put it over the titles and literally watch the fucking movie. Like we didn't give a fuck. So I can honestly say yes to that. But and I didn't mind that the mouths didn't match at the time. But recently, like I have just been like Stan from that episode of South Park, and just everything is just. There's like there is nothing that I've tried so many different shows and seasons, and I just nothing
HBO Max, man.
I mean, literally, like I even passed on Wonder Woman. Like I was just like, I just don't give a shit. I just don't. I mean, I didn't even see the JLA one. Everybody's crying about the Snyder cut. I'm like, I haven't even seen the un-Snyder cut. Like, I don't think it fucking matters at this point. I don't know. I'm still thinking about Tony Stark somewhere. I never seen him crying. There's like, there's just so much footage and so much time lapse that I have missed that I'm just like, meh. But I haven't seen like I'm still excited about seeing the Batman movie. I'm still excited about seeing the Halloween movie. Things like that. Those will always, like, even no matter how shitty they are, even if they were absolute shit, I would still go see them because of my love for those two franchises. But I do have high expectations for both of those franchises because everything I've seen, they released a new trailer for, I want to say it's Halloween Kills. They got pushed back, obviously, because of the pandemic. But the shit that they were showing is it's moving fast and it looks dope. So I'm excited about that. And the Batman, what do you want? Everybody's gonna, of course, go for the juggler and go for the sparkling vampire in the room. But if you shake off that bullshit and you look at it, I think that guy's got the acting chops to really pull off Bruce Wayne, a younger Bruce Wayne that we didn't really get to see. So I'm excited. I don't want to sell him up the road yet and talk shit because I didn't see anything about Heath Ledger and I didn't see him coming at all. And he fucking flipped it. And I haven't seen anybody hold that since then. Jared Leto was okay, but he was no Heath Ledger.
People were pissed when Michael Keaton was cast as Batman. They were pissed when Jack Nicholson was cast as Joker. They were pissed with Heath Ledger. Like, you just can't make anybody happy. I hope it's
always going to be pissed.
Really,
it's cool. Even from someone like myself who was as pissed with the Joel Schumacher ones, and Chris knows, like when we went back and we watched the documentary, and when I heard him say passionately that he tried to embody the Adam West 66 show by doing those erratic color lights and making it camp. And I'm like, that's what killed that show. So you embraced what killed the show. It's just like, I can't get with you're still a fucking idiot. I'm sorry. You ruined the goddamn thing. You could have made it better. Ask Tim Burton how to make a film.
It's one of them people that's like, I remember what it was like when I was a kid. and I want to remake what it was like when I was a kid.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it was, what he did.
It's
and
about,
he didn't remake it
yeah.
good enough it wasn't the same, audience watching it. There weren't
Yeah.
children that were like, oh, I'm watching this movie. It was people like me and you that were above that age now.
For
we're
sure.
watching it as a movie, and we're
For
like,
sure.
man, the fuck
When you
Batman?
when you see those scenes, because I've seen them obviously without seeing the entirety of the movie, and I can't even tell you if it was from the Batman movie, if it was a scene from JLA, but I know that they paid like meticulous detail to, like, there's a scene from Frank Miller when he jumps and they like do the thunder, or he's standing on the side of that grate. Like, they posed the characters in like these comic-esque scenes to pay homage to that shit, because they're trying to make it right. They're trying to find everybody's happiness. Like, Sean's like, what do you have to do to make everybody happy? It's like, fucking pay attention to the content that they're consuming. Pay attention to what the fuck they're interested in.
Yeah,
obviously, everybody loves the goddamn Mandalorian. They can't get enough George Lucas. It's like they're just, oh, George Lucas.
But it's Favreau and Fellini, though. It's not George Lucas so much.
You guys try this fat-free George Lucas?
But Favreau is the same guy that brought Iron Man to life, correct?
Yeah.
So it's like he's the one that started a lot of this stuff, which ended up becoming, and he's an actor turned whatever.
Fair.
He's really good at it. So
it's just someone with passion who understands the series, understands the whole universe, took a stab at it, and so it was made by a fan. It wasn't a corporate guy. It wasn't an exec.
Right.
Of course they're still there, but Favreau and Fellini, they're.
But then maybe that's
some of these people.
That could be. Well, there's not that it could be. It definitely is. That is the bridge to the new success. Mm-hmm. Because when the other guy was doing it, he kept doing it the same way, and then it became tiresome. Yeah, and then it took a fan's perspective to go, because like now it's focusing on like the Mandalorians, and then already there's been like 3 spinoff shows from the success of that show. So you can tell when something is literally a buzz and like a big to do, like they're just handing out shows like Christmas gifts.
Well, I said
you get a show, and you get a show, and Sean gets a show, and Mike gets a show.
I hope Batman does take off, like you're saying, the Batman
for real, man,
series and some of the stuff, because it's like they're already talking about doing two like levels of Batman and different things
for sure,
once, and continuing. So they're like branching off to show you that they have multiple characters, and I thought that was kind of cool. Like I said, if you watch some of the stuff on the HBO Watch or whatever the shit is, I was just talking about it. If you get this, they have Titans on there. I've been watching that a little bit, and it's a little more gritty, more what you would think comic book in a sense.
Sure.
But then they also, they don't go fully there, which people want. But then their Batman might not have been my choice either. But they don't actually show him in suit and all that extra stuff as much either. So it's really kind of crazy.
For which one? Ben Affleck?
No, it's the dude he plays on Game of Thrones.
Oh, in a television show, somebody's playing Batman. Is that what you're saying? Oh, okay,
he plays Batman in the Titans series.
Got you.
He's only in a few scenes, so you're just they allude to the whole continue of the cast of everybody else out there, which is cool. But they don't have them set together like Marvel has, which is fucked up.
So, the problem is all the Batman movies, all of them, from Keaton till Pattinson. They've all been their own standalones, realistically, with the exception of Batman and Batman Returns, right? And then, you've got the Affleck run, but you got Kilmer, you got Clooney, now you got Pattinson. You're always the fans, the Jamies and the me's and whoever, you're always gonna compare the Batman, or for me, like everyone compared Leto to Ledger to Nicholson, and to me, Ledger was.
I'm so happy. No one has said Joaquin Phoenix one time. I'm so happy. All of these comparisons of Joker names, I'm the first one to bring up his fucking name. There you go, Joaquin.
But you're always going to compare. You're always going to compare the actors portraying them, because there will never be, in my opinion, a better Penguin than Danny DeVito. Fair. To me, that he was better than Burgess Meredith. and whoever the new guy is, I'm sorry, you know what I mean? And
it is his character. He's entitled to his opinion. I will not.
And they did a very good job, in my opinion, on Gotham of going and doing like the backstories and having a completely different, MCU, if you will,
Tim Burton
universe.
Tim Burton may be the reason that we got the animated series of Batman, because Tim Burton's version of Batman was so dark that it laid ideas to this whole shadowy world of Gotham. You know what I mean? Which is the whole opening sequence of the animated series. And I think that you're right. His Penguin was good. The only where I differ with you is you're talking about apples and oranges, because that Penguin was almost in the same sense though, two well-to-do actors taking on a role, but Burton's guy DeVito was told to be dark. He was told to be creepy, play this emotional guy who wants to be human, but fuck him, and now he's treated like a shitbag. And he said, "Don't you do it!"
He said,
"Damn it!"
When
I reached up for my rattle with a chubby pepper instead of 5 digits and whatever. Yeah, right. He was pissed. He was pissed, and he's playing
accordingly. Wait till New Year's to become
no. Listen, Burgess Meredith.
He didn't
had all his
digits.
Burgess Meredith's Penguin had all his digits, so he wasn't conflicted like this guy. Like, this guy had a fucking flipper, so there were some issues there with like that's where you get into that Tim Burton dark, everything shit in the shadows, and a man.
I mean, Halle Berry was definitely the best Catwoman.
No,
she might have looked the best in the Catwoman suit. But again, I haven't seen it. No, I haven't seen it. Like,
neither have I.
No,
again, and I also think it depends on your age. So to me, the epitome of Batman is Keaton. The Penguin will always be DeVito. Michelle Pfeiffer was a phenomenal Catwoman. I didn't grow up with Burt Ward and Adam West, so to me, it's like
it's dated.
Right.
Call it what it is. It's dated.
Right.
That's what it is. And I'm realizing that. And that's why when I say things, I say past and present. My old school Batman from the past was definitely Adam West. My Batman from the present, I'm saying Christian Bale. And until this dude supersedes that, like, the only thing I have a problem with Christian Bale is the fact that Paul showed me something that I can't unsee, and it's when he's doing his Batman voice. And I love him dearly for that, but it drives me crazy. But that's my only fallback. Like, that guy somehow got Batman.
Jamie, I am Batman.
Like, everybody jocks Affleck so hard. I'm not. I don't know, man.
No, Keaton, bro. Keaton's the best.
Keaton. I'm still on some George Clooney.
And he can play right.
You want to get nuts?
Let's get nuts.
George Clooney. Are we all gonna just pretend he didn't happen?
You just like the nipples on the suit.
Oh God! No, if you look at it again, you go back to the Joel Schumacher, and when you understand that he was trying to reprise the '66 show, he was literally going to take any pretty boy A-list actor, i.e., George Clooney, and Chris O'Donnell, and anyone else who fit the criteria. A star-studded cast. Arnold, he was the missed out of Freeze. Everybody was in there, dude. Everybody was in. Uma Thurman was.
Alicia Silverstone.
Before that, didn't he have?
Yeah, come on. It was like a goddamn Scream poster of just faces.
That's still.
Of just who's who. Just a bunch of faces. A very beautiful cast that really wasn't casted for the part other than to wear costumes and run around and be in the superhero movie. It's different. It's when you look at something like that and then you look at like the first Avengers movie, it's like you're watching night and day. It's like you honestly believe in the Avengers movie. You believe these people are fucking superheroes. You believe that if I was this guy, this is how I would act. But when you watch that Batman movie, you're like, this is fucking stupid. I would step out with this up. People would be like, you're an idiot. Like, you don't, there's no confidence to it whatsoever, in my opinion. That's IMO.
Too, though, but like with Marvel, from the get-go, they had such a huge idea. Like, from the get-go, they knew that they were going to make all these independent movies. They were going to bring it all together. Like, they had a 20-year plan from the get-go. I think Batman's always made as just a Batman movie, and if people like it, we'll make another one.
Right.
Like, I know Nolan had the trilogy. Nolan knew it was going to be a trilogy from the get-go, but like, whoever, you know, whenever someone gets into Batman, they don't necessarily have the scope and the vision to make it a full thing. So you just get the same story. His parents died. He fell in a, you know, like it's always kind of the same rehash. It's never.
I can't imagine how many people would want to kill me if I said Nolan over Burt, because like legit, he defined the new era. It's like if we were able to go outside of the medium of movies, I would say Frank Miller first, then Nolan, then Burt. You know what I mean? Because you're talking about people that took the clay of Batman and just fucking molded it into their own and made it their own. I mean, and that's what really reflected.
I would say for like Batman, Nolan did a great job of trying to create a great Batman. I don't mind that. I hate, like I told you, sound quality and listening to Bane try to speak one line and then try to also watch said movie is not happening. I still
that one I don't. That one
because I cannot understand a word the dude says, and then I got to turn it down because it's fucking explosion after boom. You're like, holy shit! Just blew my couch.
He's hiding under the couches and shit. For real, no, I feel you.
You can't hear a word the dude.
You're like, who mixed this movie?
They might as well put that with subtitles underneath this motherfucker, and then maybe I can one time.
Unreal. Nah, that's the one where I tap out. It's still dark. It's still gritty. Some people love it.
I don't mind the first two, though. I don't mind it. So it's tough, man. It's just you get to that third one, you're like, man, what the fuck did he do?
For real. No, but I'm like the initial movie, and then the follow up, the Dark Knight, man. That shit. That's it, dude. That was the money. That was everything. That was everything. It was so everything that it was enough to carry on for years. Yeah. So. All right. So on that note, we're gonna tap out. Don't forget to join us tonight. Hold on, he's talking. You see him? Attack of the Ninjas. Join us tonight for Attack of the Ninjas. Thank you for joining us today. We learned about not being a shitbag, about how it's okay to have piece of not being a shitbag or piece of shit. Set realistic goals for yourself. Happy New Year's Eve tonight. Hopefully you join us. And
Attack of the Ninjas.
Attack of the Ninjas going down tonight. So join us for that. And thank you for joining us right now. Have a wonderful
Attack of the Ninjas is tonight.
We're talking to somebody. What time does it start?
Everyone will get an email in the next hour with their information, and then they can go enjoy the show. I believe it's at 7.
Can we put a link? Can we put a link for tickets at the end when this is posted, like in a couple minutes? We have been on Facebook. It's attackoftheninjas.com. Okay, so go to Facebook, attackoftheninjas.com. Get your tickets. We'll see y'all tonight. Get your emails. Get rocked. Thank you, Blaze. Thank you.